Well, my story is that I've been doing art for a very long time since I was a child, and as you can see behind me, this is my artwork. Yes, when I was a child, I spent time in the Caribbean, well, Antigua, and grew up part of my life in Antigua, but the only one thing I was abused by my aunt since I was a child. Yeah, things have started getting downhill for me. When I started school, I was a slow learner. I found two subjects that I did really like. It was art and history. As a teenager, I was following bad company, but that didn't really help me at all, and to getting into gangs. And then from there, my mental health. I started drinking, going parties, and so on. And yeah, it was a hell of a time for me. Broke down when I was working at Hornsey YMCA. I didn't know I ended up in Whittington Hospital. And yeah, this is quite upsetting. But yeah, I'm going through that. Well, it helps me to be calm. That's the main thing. It helps me to be calm. And it's a form of therapy.
Hi, I'm Louise. My journey into art started about 3 years ago as part of my recovery process. I had a breakdown about 3 years ago following bereavements and a breakup of my relationship, and I turned quite heavily to drink. I then found Haga and went on a program with them, which was very intensive, made me look at myself a lot, really helped with my mental health and my addictions. And as part of that, I discovered mindfulness colouring, which I found really, really therapeutic. Then off the back of that, my daughter asked me if I could draw for her. So I picked up a pencil and discovered aged 40 that I could draw. And in the 3 years since that, everything has changed. I've moved house, I've got a dog, I've now got a career in art, I've got an Etsy shop, and I'm following really my dreams after 3 years. And I'm back in London, back in Haringey, really as a thank you to Haga and the HRS Haringey Recovery Service, because without them I wouldn't be stood here today. I love the new chapter in my life. I really enjoy art still, every aspect of it, and learning every day through art, which, as I said, is brand new to me.
My name is Adolphus Roach, and most people call me AD. And on this journey, I basically had a court order from the court, and they told me, in order for you to knock off your community service, you got to do a certain amount of hours. So I had two choices, which was making masks or draw something. I decided to do drawing. And on this journey, I realized I was getting very talented in art. And there was an art group that was trying to create a form, and there was not much people. So I had to make up the numbers. I ended up help form a group that needed therapy and recovery because I was an alcoholic at that time, and I was getting in very, very much of a trouble. And I didn't have no choice because I would have either go back to prison and spend 3.5 months, or I would have either continue community art and get myself cleaned up. So I decided to clean myself up, and art was the therapy for me at that same time.
I'm a recovery artist. I have my own unique style. In the late 80s, I done a BTEC National in General Art and Design. That took me 2 years. Then after that I went on to another course, and I done a higher national diploma in textiles and surface print. In between my life, I had a dark moment in my life due to my mental health, and also during the coronavirus when we had the lockdown. So I was in so much isolation that I started to drink, and it got out of control. Then I spoke to my doctor, and my doctor asked me to come to Haga services. Actually, Haga has kind of helped me in a very long way in terms of my how I am at present. So it's just been I will say it's just been a blessing in disguise, and I feel so grateful that it wasn't just me alone. There were other service users who were facing the same journey, but because of my determination and willpower, I find that now I'm an ex-service user, and I have a lot of positiveness and potential in my life, where I know that it's going to take me further as an individual artist.